Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley.
Thank you, Larry. It's hard to believe this place first opened 20 years ago in 1996. Bank of America Stadium, that's where we're at in Charlotte, North Carolina. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Carolina Panthers. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. It's the first carry here for Jamal Charles. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Smith will hand it off here to Charles. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down. On second down, Jamal Charles. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long third down. Though certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, Smith. And Hill with it over the middle. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Second down here after the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Smith. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Throwing on third down, Smith. And able to find Conley. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Chris Conley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. This is Jonathan Stewart, and he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down. 5 yards left for the offense. It's second down. A play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on third down.
Pass situation.
Now it's Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Tamba Ali there to bring him down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second and short. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Looking for, and they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. 4-time Pro Bowler Derek Johnson able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. On 2nd down, here's Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. On 2nd down, they run with Stewart. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Corey Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs.
And there's a completion to Travis Kelce. I think he's starting to come into his own as a tight end and as a player. And that makes his quarterback, Alex Smith, really happy.
A first down carry here for Charles. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
And for K'Wan Short, the questions about his motor really went away in 2015. Boy, what a season he had.
17 tackles for a loss last year, and, of course, give him another one right there. Play fake for Charles. Now Smith surveying the field. Great protection. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. A minute 52 left to play in this second quarter. Back with more from Charlotte after this. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now a first down throw. It's Smith over the middle, and it's incomplete. The veteran Jeremy Maclin was the intended target, and now it's second down. Back to the air, Smith on second down. They complete it to Hill. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they stake claim to the lead here. It's 10-8. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they'll go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Flush to his right. Look at the spin. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Just 1 yard to go here on second down. Here's Newton now on second down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. There goes Jonathan Stewart. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead moves to 15-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. Alex Smith and the offense heading out for their next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing on third down, Smith. And he's got his man. That's Macklin. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, Smith. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. It's a gain of 21 that time. And that'll be good for a KC first down. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
The line on the field is reversed.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the lead is cut to 2 now. It's 15-13. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Yeah, that's perfect. 2, Davis, deep. I got to go. Okay, and sorry about that. Didn't know Larry got cut off early. We are back and ready for the third quarter.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
On 1st and 10, Newton being chased out left. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. So second down, 3 yards to go now. On second down, here's Newton. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Newton to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
A really good pass breakup by one of the top corners in the league, Marcus Peters. Had a sensational rookie year. And yes, he looks the part. Tall, long, rangy, can move with receivers, can change direction. He can do all of that. My favorite part of his game is his brain. He pattern reads as well as any corner in the league, especially the youngsters, so you can tell he puts in the time in film room and checks out what receivers are going to do and how offenses are going to attack. I saw it first at the University of Washington, and that's what impressed me the most. Not just his man-to-man coverage, but his ability to see the whole field while he was playing on defense.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. And Dixon, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. If you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. They worked out for 6. And it's caught inside the 5. And he will not make it into the end zone, but there is a flag down far side of the field, so let's see what that's all about. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers defense gearing up as they take the field. A field goal last time is what they gave up in a close game. All these drives start to feel so critical.
And they are. And, you know, we've met so many defensive coordinators who just really hate the bend but don't break mentality. They're much more of the aggressive school. But that mentality has won a lot of games. If you're only giving up field goals on drives, that usually keeps you in it and gives your offense a chance to retaliate.
Yeah, and right now it's got him with the lead. On 2nd and 10, Smith. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Flushed out right, and off his back, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
3 yards to go on second down. Stewart is the lone setback. He'll get the football here. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. Now Newton on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So the offense has it first and 10. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. On first down, Smith. Going underneath for Charles. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
To throw on second down is Smith. He's got the hook up with Conlon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Finding time. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup. Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Play fake for Charles. Now Smith. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, no, he lost the football. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
It's complete, right side to Benjamin. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Throwing is Newton. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Newton gives off to Stewart. And he will cross. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back.
Switch. Set. 180. 56 to Mike. Tight dog.
This is Stewart again. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll come out in the pistol. On third down, Jonathan Stewart. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
There's no doubt that his size is a factor, but I've seen a lot of big running backs in the league not have that kind of impact because they don't run like a big back should. Get behind their pads, as they like to say, lower center of gravity, and knock people backwards. Sometimes they run too upright and take too many hits. Not this guy. He knows how to get low, break tackles, and gain additional yardage.
Check.
'He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. Third and 11, and some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime.
Let's go, D.
And this one going to wrap up with Cam Newton going down to a knee. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
One last throw here for Smith. He's got time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really...